Good morning, YouTube. My name is Christine. Today is Saturday, the 16th of August, 2025, and I'm coming on to do an introduction to a range of PartyLite candles. And yes, I'm coming to you from my little storeroom in my little house. I have my storage space here for things that I'm concerned about in terms of heat affected. So I keep things here because I am a part-time reseller. I've been reselling since 2020. I sell on eBay, I sell at local markets, I sell via YouTube, and I also sell, I do some Facebook groups and so on as well. And I've had a huge sale just the last 2 weeks, a massive sale. I'm not joking, I've sold thousands of dollars worth of product. So today my husband is actually in at the warehouse. We have a warehouse in town and he's back in there at the moment, putting things away. You know, there's always bits and pieces left over. So he's just back there now sorting and cataloguing and fixing all of the storage space up. So but by day I'm a program coordinator in the community services sector. What else do I want to say? I also make videos about where we live. We live permanently in a cabin, our own cabin, a little house in a caravan park. We live in a bushland setting, and I do make videos also about what it's like living in a caravan park full time, and I make videos about being a reseller, and I have made some videos around finance and so on, because that is my day job. I actually am a financial educator. So, rules of engagement for today. Let's have a think about how we're gonna manage these sales. There are two ways to do this. You can buy through my affiliate link, which I will put in the notes below, and that is a direct link to the Glow Collection, which is the PartyLite importer in Australia, because PartyLite were here for well over 20 years, and then they decided as a company to leave Australia and not have a presence here anymore. But Glow Collection have their own products, but they also are licensed and authorised as the only importer into Australia, so I buy through them. So you can do that. You can purchase through the direct affiliate link, or you can send an email to, and I'll put this below as well, bluecupboardsales@icloud.com. And I then communicate with you, and we do either PayPal or Square or something like that. So yeah, two ways to purchase: through the affiliate link directly, or use the email that's provided here, and we can get the conversation going about what to do. So first fragrance. This is the spring collection that I've got here. So just a quick, so this is the PartyLite 3-wick. Iconic candle, really. So first one we've got is Coastal Amber and Shea. Which one? No, that's the Raw Honey. Where are you? Coastal Amber and Shea. Here you are. Okay, so the first candle we've got is Coastal Amber and Shea. Sorry for all of that. I can see my jackets and everything up there because both Steve and I are motorbike riders. He's been riding for over 50 years and I've been riding for 20 years. And we both do long distance endurance rides. We're part of the Iron Butt Association, the Far Riders Association. So we do big long distance endurance rides, as well as ride with some local friends and what have you. But we're hardcore Iron Butt riders. So yeah, sorry about all that. That's our bike gear that's stored in here as well. So get used to that. And also here, you know, if I turn around here, here's my gloves. Look at them. They're pretty well worn. And my jackets are all faded. And yeah, we're pretty, I would say we're pretty hardcore motorbike riders. And in fact, even that's a video I could make, you know, about girls riding bikes and how I learned and what were some of the big lessons that I've learned and how I haven't. Oh my God, I don't want to jinx it by saying I haven't come off. I have come off. I nearly wrecked a shoulder once coming off, but how we stay safe on the road. Anyway, there's some videos to come if people are interested in, in the motorbike riding, and yeah, I'll talk about that maybe another time. But let's stick with the candles, because I've been selling these candles since 2020, so over 5 years now. I'm very familiar with the PartyLite range. I've looked at other candles. You know, when PartyLite decided to leave, I thought, will I go to another company? But every time I just keep coming back to PartyLite. I'm sorry, but nothing beats them in terms of quality of the fragrance, the quality of the wax, the presentation of the candles. I never have any duds. I just really like the product. It's so consistent and reliable. And their 3-wick is probably the mainstay candle. There's tea lights, there's melts, there's all other products, which I have, but today I'm focusing on the 3-wick. The things to know, which apply to all of their candles, is sorry, bit of a frog in the throat. These ones are paraffin wax, food grade paraffin, and the wicks are 100% lead free, because that's something that I focus on. I focus on the fact that these are all lead free. Cheap imported candles are supposed to stick within a very strict limit of how much lead they can have in a wick. And the lead is used to strengthen the wick, to make it so it doesn't fall over. But nobody monitors that. And I have a suspicion, when I've looked at some comparison candles, I have a suspicion that they're using more lead than what they're allowed to. Which means, let's say you've got 2 or 3 cheap candles burning, you're putting a fair bit of lead into your atmosphere in your home. And that's not good for you, not good for your children, not good for your pets. So I think it is a problem that people are not aware of when they're purchasing cheap candles. So I'm very conscious of that. So 100% lead free cotton wicks here. So let's look at Coastal Amber. I think I should shut up and just get on with the presentation. Hey, so this one is solar notes of ylang flower with zesty sun-kissed citron, deepening into a creamy base of coconut and amber. Now, I can sense that creaminess in here. Oh, that light's not real good, is it? I can sense the creaminess in here. And when it says coconut, it is not a strong coconut flavour. It is very subtle. All of this spring range is really subtle. Nothing here is really punchy. Nothing is overpowering. And the way they've blended the fragrances in this range, I think is quite exceptional, because there is nothing that's dominant, but there is plenty of complexity in there. So this one, it's an exotic. When we talk about fragrance families, there's 5 fragrance families. There's exotic, fresh, floral, fruity, and gourmand, like food. So the 5 fragrance families. So this one's exotic, which is often my favorite one too. I like the exotic fragrances. I love anything that has like amber, shea, patchouli, cedar. I kind of like all of those earthy, maybe it's because I'm a child of the 70s, I don't know, and I love all of those incense type fragrances. But this one's got a beautiful, beautiful soft colour, gorgeous fragrance. So it's got a slight floral top note, maybe a slight citrusy middle note, and then the bottom note is that real creamy amber coconut cream. Very nice. These are all very giftable. They come in, I'll show you the box. They come in a beautiful box. We are fragrance. We are PartyLite fragrance. So this is the box that they all come in. So it's very giftable. PartyLite. The candles are all made in the USA. That's why they get imported into Australia. And by the way, there's the fun part. If I sell back to America, which I have done, and I sell to the UK as well when I sell these through eBay, if I sell back to America, because it's a USA made product, there's no tariff on it. So there we are. Cop that, Mr. Trump. Seagrass and eucalyptus is the next one where I've got over here. This is a beautiful, all the jar wraps, gorgeous. And you can actually take the wraps off if you want. It's just a paper plastic wrap. You can unpeel it and take it off and just have a plain glass jar. It's very soft, this one. They're all very soft, but it's got a fresh, this is fresh from the fragrance family. It's fresh. And I can smell, what can I smell in that one? Probably a bit of lemon, slight citrusy, but the eucalyptus. I think this one is one of those candles that when it gets warm, the wax is melting. The fragrance, then I think you'll get more of the eucalyptus in that one. So this one, oh look, I was right with the lemon. This one blends cool eucalyptus, fresh lemon and wild seagrass with notes of dewy lily of the valley and sun-warmed driftwood. I'm not quite sure what driftwood smells like, but we'll go with that. I might have to go and get another light. This is not very good lighting. It's got dark outside. It's cold outside, and it's trying to rain. So I might just go and grab a light. Okay, now we got the light sorted. A bit better lighting. Okay, the next one we're going to do is juicy strawberry and lemongrass. I've got notes. I've got to refer to some notes. Look at the pretty colour of this one. That is gorgeous. And the colour of the wax. Just beautiful. But like I say, not punchy. Some of the other strawberries over the years have been very, and it's what people like, fruity. And, you know, very sweet strawberry. This is a very subtle. I think this one's toned down because of the lemongrass. So it's got a little bit of a mix of sweet and sour in there. But very pretty colour, beautiful candle. I would love to get this as a gift. If someone were going to give me this one, this would be beautiful. So this one, the Juicy Strawberry Lemongrass, it's a lively scent. It combines wild strawberries with the refreshing zing of lemongrass, which is true, enriched by aromatic eucalyptus, pansies, and a hint of cedarwood for a warm, earthy finish. So it's fruity. The top note is wild strawberries, middle note lemongrass, eucalyptus, and the bottom note pansies and cedarwood. Now, your top note is what you smell when you first open the lid. Okay, I can smell strawberries. Once it's actually burning, what can I smell when the wax is warm is the middle note, which is the lemongrass and eucalyptus. And then when the candle is extinguished, what can I smell that's left laying lingering in the atmosphere? That's the bottom note. So that's the pansies and cedarwood. So that's got that earthiness about it. It's worth noting, I'll show you the lid. I think this is important. I take some of this so much for granted because I'm used to it, but I remember people don't necessarily know. When you receive your candle, you get this nice lid. But the lid's not just there for decoration. It's actually got a silicone seal. So when you are when you've burnt the candle for an hour or two, and you probably should only burn it for about 2 hours at most, you can then snuff it out by sealing it with that lid. You'll see that the flames go out. You then take that lid off, let the smoke escape so that it doesn't make any awful smells in your beautiful wax. Once it's finished, once any smoke is finished, you can cover it up and keep the fragrance in. So that lid has a purpose. But it's, yeah, and that's a good quality lid too. It's not a flimsy plastic thing. It's metal and it's got the silicone seal. So it makes these candles, their retail is $44.95, but they burn for about 45 hours. Up to 45 hours. If you put it in a drafty location, it'll go quicker. But if you just sit it on a windowsill, the window is closed, and it can just quietly burn away, you'll get up to 45 hours out of it. So that's a beautiful one. Hang on, I'll just pop that lid back in the bag. So remember, You can buy them through the affiliate link, whilst hopefully they should be still available. They've only been just released. Okay, that's that. Good. Now the next one, Beachside Tiara. Where are you? You've got a beautiful colour too. It's a similar colour, slightly different when you put the two together. I'll show you. When you put the two together, they are different colours. They're similar, but one's just a little more pink than the other. See, the strawberries is a little more red. The Beachside is a little more pink. But this one to me, when I smelled it, was like, this is in spring. You know how you're waiting for summer to arrive? This is what this fragrance is like. It's like it's telling me that summer is coming. Get ready. You know, anticipation of summer. Oh, it's so pretty, that one. So this is floral. So it's a blend of red hibiscus, Tahitian gardenia. I love gardenia. Ylang ylang with hints of tropical fruit and citrus, creating a lush beach-inspired scent, which it is. I really do think this one is just inviting summer. And when you burn this one, it's like, oh yes, we're into spring, summer's coming. It's really delicious, this one. So top note is the red hibiscus and the Tahitian gardenia. Then the middle note is the ylang ylang, and then the bottom note is a bit of citrus. But so soft, so beautifully blended. Do you know they get their fragrance blends, they contract it out. They give a brief to a perfume, a master perfumer, and they give them a brief of what they want, what a particular range would be like, and they get quite good perfume houses to develop these fragrances for them. So, and by the way, I'm a migraine sufferer, and I only use these candles because there is no synthetic fragrances within them. They're all essential oils or natural fragrances. There's no synthetic ones in there at all. So I don't get migraines by burning these candles. But I have in the past had issues with other candles. You know, things have been gifted to me. You start to burn them and you think, oh no, that's making me feel a bit odd. And I know then that it's synthetic fragrance and not working for me. So the next one we've got is Ocean Lavender. And what a pretty colour this one is as well. Oh, not you. It's this one right in front of me. Ocean Lavender. Here we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's a soft blue. Like a lavender colour. Perfect. Soft as. So this one, when the description for this one is quite florally, but it is described as fresh. It's in the fresh fragrance family. I think it would be fresh because of that saltiness and ocean, the outdoors fragrances that are in here. So the coastal vibes of this one is thinking of being by the seaside on a Vespa. That's me. I'll be on the Vespa. I love Vespas. They're gorgeous. It mixes marine notes, soothing lavender with a base of warm, salted amber. So that gives it that earthiness, outdoors freshness. So soft. It's one of those fragrances, I think you would have it burning in the background and you would barely notice it, but someone would visit your home and when they walked in they would say, oh, something smells nice in here. What's that? And you'd go, oh, it's the candle I burn. But it's not something that is going to be, you know how strawberries are fragrance that you can really clearly smell. I think this is something that is really so subtle that it just sits quietly in the background and you're largely unaware of it until someone points it out. I think if you had people coming over, if you were having a home display, preparing for sale of a home, this is the sort of candle you would probably really complement people walking in and being aware that something smells nice without them being knocked over by it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, they would walk into a home and just be aware that the home smells nice without it being wildly overpowering. Okay, so that is Ocean Lavender. Next one that I have is Snowflakes and Cotton. And when I think of something like this, my immediate thought is something that's going to be soft and fluffy. I know that sounds an odd description for a candle, but I think of softness, like soft laundry, soft linen, but something that's got this, it's so soft that it's almost fluffy. So this is this Snowflake Cotton. But surprisingly, when I smell that one, that's actually got a bit of almost like spiciness in there. It's subtle, but it's not the, you know how, perhaps when I was thinking of this fragrance, I was thinking of something like cuddly fabric softener, but it's not. It's got a little more spice to it than that. So this one, let's see what the description is for this, because you're learning these candles along with me because I've only just received them. So this one is fresh in the personality of the fragrance family. This one is fresh. So it's eucalyptus and spearmint leaves. And maybe that's where I'm getting that, well, I call it spiciness, but maybe it's herbiness. Maybe that's what it is. It's reminiscent of frosty air mingled with delicate snowflakes and soft cotton. Accents of vanilla and sweet musk enhance the fragrance and add a soft and comforting finish. I would agree. That'd be beautiful burning. I think that one would also be very good, particularly if you're wanting to have something burning in a home whilst people are viewing it. I'm big on that. I'm big on the fragrances. I used to say when you were marketing a house that, you know, you would bake bread or have a cake baking in the oven, something that gave the house that welcoming feel, and that people would walk in and think, oh, that smells great. You know, that enhances the experience in the home. Nothing worse than walking into a home and it smells foul. That one would also, I think, really complement a home. And the quiet colour, the subtleness of the colour, I think it would just sit there quietly and be quite unobtrusive, but would really have an impact on the home. Very nice. So, okay, top note for that one is eucalyptus and spearmint. Middle note is cotton, but the bottom note is the vanilla and sweet musk. So I think that rounds it out beautifully when you think about eucalyptus and spearmint, but then it settles down with the vanilla and sweet musk. Gorgeous. Okay, we're on to our last two, which is the Sunset Ginger Rose. And oh my Lord, this one, I think this one has to be my favourite. Oh, I love that. Honestly, I love it. Sunset Ginger Rose. Holy moly, I love the colour. I'm a bit of a pink girl. I never thought that I was, but I'm actually quite drawn to pink. And the other colour that I like is what I'm wearing here. I love turquoise and teal. I love the peacock teals. I'm very drawn to those two colours, the pinks, the fuchsia pinks, and anything that's turquoise. Even some of my jewellery, I'm a bit of a fan of Embella, and you know the turquoise things. I think they're even in my earrings too, the turquoise. So yeah, they're my two colours that I just seem to gravitate to. And this one, well, the colour got me to begin with. But oh man, that is just gorgeous. It's a floral, being a rose, but it's a sparkling bergamot, ginger blossoms, jasmine petals, and exotic rose, all resting on a warm base of cashmere musk. And it is complex, and it's soft, feminine. I can smell the rose, but it's not the big. It's not the big fragrance. I could smell the jasmine. I can't smell the ginger blossoms because I'm not sure if I've ever smelt them before, but God, that's gorgeous. It is soft, florally, but it's got that cashmere musk at the bottom of it, and that gives it a creaminess, a softness, and an earthiness. Oh, that's gorgeous. I'm going to burn this one real soon. So yeah, top note for this is the bergamot and ginger blossoms. Middle note, jasmine petals, exotic rose. And the bottom note is the cashmere musk. Holy moly, isn't that gorgeous? Oh. In fact, I'll tell you honestly what I thought when I opened this and when I did smell it just before. I thought of my mum, and I thought my mum would just adore that. That is my mum in a jar. I wish she was here. I miss her terribly. She would love this one. If I gifted this to her, she would think it was so pretty. And she'd probably say, oh, I'm not going to burn it. It's too beautiful to burn. It's like, Mum, use it. Enjoy it. I think it's very giftable, this one, and well received. So that's the Sunset Ginger Rose. And the last one, which was an interesting one that I was really keen to get my hands on because I had not really come across anything like this before. This one is called Raw Honey and Elderberry. And I thought, oh, raw honey, that can be, raw honey can be quite strong, depending on which, here in Australia, if we get ironbark honey, that's got a real strong, and even the colour of ironbark honey, it's really dark. Leatherwood, again, that's Tasmanian honey. That's a very dark, it's almost a molasses style, very strong fragrance. I thought, oh, I wonder what raw honey and elderberry is going to be like, because I also love anything elderberry, because I love an elderberry gin. I love an elderberry cordial. And we do have another fragrance in the PartyLite range called elderberry and mint. And that is, oh, that is divine. I love that one. So here we go. This is the raw honey. So this is deemed a floral. Gorgeous colour. What a pretty, happy spring colour. You can imagine the bees buzzing around the flowers. So this one is soft jasmine, golden amber blend beautifully with sweet honeycomb, Italian bergamot, and a zest of blackberry. So you can see the hint of that on the, they always put hints on the wraps as to what you're getting. So you can see the blackberry there. So what does it smell like? Well, it's certainly not a, it's not a dark, deep honey. It's a soft, mild honey. I can smell the fruitiness of a blackberry in there, ever so slightly. So the top note here is the alpine elderflower and soft jasmine. So that is the floral, slightly floral. But in the middle, there's the golden amber and the honeycomb, which again, the amber always tones down super sweetness. And, you know, you think of jasmine, that can be very, very sweet. But the amber tones it down beautifully. Gorgeous. And then the bottom note is the bergamot, which is a slight citrus fragrance, and blackberry. And blackberries can be tart. So when you think of the citrus and the blackberries and it's being a little bit tart, that settles down any super sweetness maybe from the jasmine. So, or the honeycomb. Very, very nice. I think that one will appeal to quite a few people who are a little adventurous and think, oh, that sounds like a really good combination. I think that will appeal to quite a few. So that's the range. There's 8. There's 8 beautiful candles in the spring range. And I would get in there and grab them while you can before they are sold out, because they will sell out. And you're welcome to either go directly through my link, or you can come via email to me, and I've got different means that I can get in contact with you, and we can sort out whether I'll do the order for you, or whether I send you the link and you can go and do the order yourself. But either way, I'm happy to facilitate that. So I think I am done, although maybe not. Because I am a reseller, I've got a lot of different areas that I dabble in. So PartyLite is one, and a direct affiliate link. But other things that I do sell that don't have affiliate links, I sell some cosmetics, various cosmetics. I also look for really nice purses, wallets, and handbags. And I've got a collection of things here that I'm going to, this is a Sackroots, which is a really nice brand, you know, and I have things like Franco Bonini from Italy. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous soft leather coin purse. I have one like this, and I use it for my MyKey card. For my MyKey card and carrying a bit of cash when I do go visit the city, when I go to Melbourne. So that's something that I have. And also something else, I'll just really quick, if you're still here watching, good on you, you've survived for a fair while. I work in collaboration with a lady who is, in my view, a creative genius. She makes these bags, like, they are phenomenal. She makes all of this, and I'm doing a couple of collaborations with her. I'm going to sell her products on her behalf, because she's extremely good at making them. That is her expertise. But by her own definition, she said, I'm terrible at selling things. So I said, listen, I think we could work really well together. I mean, this is beautiful. This bag, take the stuffing out and have a look inside. So it's fully lined. It's got the foam in there so that it's got that nice structure. It will sit, won't flop over. So many handmade bags disappoint me because they lack strength, they lack structure. They're just floppy. This is not. This is like a top quality handbag. I'm blown away by what she makes. The zips, you know, like they say, the zips always have an appropriate tag on them. You know, they just run like butter. And her hardware, this is the silver tone hardware. Like, she doesn't just put cheap old stuff from Spotlight or whatever. She gets it from proper handbag manufacturers. And so her hardware on here is really top quality. So this bag is around about $145, but you will wear this bag and people will be going, where the hell did you get that from? That is so unique. And you're not wrong, it is. Because she chooses her fabric very carefully. And it's, some of these are her own designs. And yes, yeah, they're all unique. So I will be showcasing some more of these as well. And I think this is going to be a wonderful collaboration for Tracy and me. So, all right, I think I'm done. Thank you if you've lasted this long to even watch right to the end. I wouldn't even have expected anyone to do it. But so look through the link. Have a look at the PartyLite candles. They are beautiful, very giftable. And I'm going to see you in the next video because I have got some more things lined up. So I will see you in the next video in a few days' time. So thank you very much and take care. See ya.